Hi there, welcome back. I'm Heather and this is Beginner Yoga for Bigger Bodies, Building a Loving and Supportive Practice, class number 2. The theme today is soften. We want to soften into the pose, soften into our breath, and soften into loving ourselves. So we're going to take everything we learned from the first class and we're going to bring it into this class and build upon it. Okay? And the way that we are going to soften into each pose and have a deeper connection with the intention of each pose or asana is we're going to use the breath, right? If you remember last class, we talked about how deep belly breaths, deep diaphragmatic breaths lower our blood pressure and activate our parasympathetic nervous system. That allows us to relax, to release tension and tightness, so you can just sink into each asana and just connect with it on a much deeper level, because you're not holding yourself so tight, but rather resting in it, breathing in it, opening into it, right? That's the plan for today. So let's get to it. Make sure you have everything you need nearby, a chair, a pillow, blocks, a mat, a blanket, or anything in your household that you have that will help you in this beautiful practice. And let's do it. So come to your Sukhasana or easy pose. Make sure you're sitting on a pillow or a chair or a couch. We want some elevation and we want this to be easeful, right? How can we soften if we're not comfortable? So closing the eyes, taking a moment to get situated, noticing the parts of your body that are touching the earth or the chairs or the couch. Let them be heavy. Let the full weight of your hands rest in your lap. And let your shoulders just drop. Oh, let them drop. Let them be heavy. Lengthen through your spine. Try to make it nice and long. Tuck your chin slightly so you have a nice long back. The back of your neck is elongated. Soften the eyes, the cheeks, and the jaw. And let's tune into the breath. Notice everything about it, how it feels. Is it long? Is it short? Deep or shallow? Just notice. Don't change it. Just notice. Place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Feel the rise and fall of your hands as you breathe in and out. And perhaps see if you can feel your heartbeat. Go ahead, release your hands and start to rub the palms of your hands together, creating a little bit of heat, a little bit of energy, a little bit of warmth. Bring your hands to heart center in Prana Mudra or prayer mudra. Mudra is a hand position, a specific way to hold your hands. Lightly press into the palms. Connect your thumbs to your sternum. Breathe. And release the hands down. Well done. That's how we tune in. Okay, we're going to move into some pranayama practices, right? Remember, it's that exercise, the practice of breath control. We're going to do one that's called 3-part pranayama. This pranayama practice, I highly recommend doing it every day if you can. It takes no time at all. You don't need any preparation. All you have to do is breathe, okay? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart, sort of like what we were doing before. And the first thing we're going to do is breathe in and out through the nose. And we're going to imagine that there is a balloon inside of our belly. Okay, it's a deflated balloon and we need to inflate it. So we're going to inhale, fill up that balloon in your belly. And then exhale, contract, blow all the air out of that balloon. Inhale, fill up the balloon with air in your belly. And exhale, blow it all out, deflate. That was my cat. Inhale into the belly. And exhale out of the belly. Beautiful. You could feel your hand moving there, right? That's that deep diaphragmatic breath. That's using the bottom parts of your lung, right? Awesome. Okay, the next step is to do part 2 of this 3-part pranayama. First part is breathing into your belly. Second part is breathing into your chest. And I want you to imagine that there is another balloon inside your chest. And as you inhale, first you're going to fill up the balloon in your belly. Then you're going to fill up the balloon in your chest. And then you're going to deflate the balloon in your chest and deflate the balloon in your belly. So we inhale, fill up the belly with air, chest. And then we exhale, deflate the balloon in the chest, belly. Inhale, belly, chest. Exhale, chest and belly. Well done. So we've got 2 parts, belly balloon, chest balloon. Third part is the neck balloon, okay? The throat balloon. Now, we're not really like breathing into our throat, we're breathing into our lungs, but just imagine that there's a balloon that circles the entire neck, right? Front, sides, and back. And you're gonna inhale and fill up that balloon as well, okay? So we start at the bottom, we inhale, fill up the belly, chest, neck, throat, and then we're going to exhale out of the throat, chest, and belly. Inhale, belly balloon, chest, neck balloon, and throat. Exhale, throat, chest, and belly. Inhale into the belly, chest, throat. Exhale, throat, chest, belly. Inhale, belly, chest, throat. Exhale, throat, chest, and belly. Keep going at your own pace with your own speed. Remembering that these 3 balloons in these 3 separate locations cover the whole front, side, and back of that body part. So really, we're just trying to expand to become this one big giant balloon and then contract and just blow it all out. Keep your eyes closed as you do this, filling the 3 parts of your body up with air. And the next time you exhale, release your hands down, keep your eyes closed. Breathe normally, let it be as it should be, as it is. And just notice if your breath is different from what it was in the beginning. Just notice, don't try to change it, just notice if it is. If it isn't, it's fine. But if it is, notice how it's different. Are you taking in more air? Are you breathing more deeply into your belly or your chest, in your sides, in your back? Excellent. Wonderful job. That is 3-part pranayama, a wonderful practice to use any day, all day, every day. Truly, it'll change your life. Okay, let's keep moving forward. Let's go to hands and knees for cat and cow. Remember, you can always do this on a chair if that feels better. Standing in front of it with your hands on the chair. You can always put a cushion underneath your knees. Lay your blanket under your knees if you want some cushion for those joints. Wrists to go under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Spread your fingertips out and press into the pads of your fingertips. We want to engage the shoulders. Don't sink into them. Press into the shoulders. Stretch to the spine. Imagine someone's pulling your head forward, pulling your tailbone back, and draw that belly button into your spine. Breathe here for a moment. Remember, think about that 3-part pranayama and just how much air you took in. Try to take in the same amount of air as you did before. And let's move into our cat and cow. So inhale, nice and big, drop that belly, lift the heart, lift the gaze, arc the back. Exhale, press through the hands and round the back, arc like a cat. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the back, press through those hands, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, lift the gaze, open the heart. Exhale, navel to spine, round the back. Go ahead, move at your own pace. And really see how much air you can take in your cow and how much air you can blow out in your cat. We're moving, we're warming up the spine. We're also warming up the hips, right? You can feel your pelvis tilting forward and back. You can feel your spine moving, arcing, bending. And let's come to what we call a neutral spine. So where we were before at tabletop with a nice long stretched out spine, pressing through those hands. And I just want you to try to isolate the hips and see if you can just make circles with your hips. Ooh, my hip just popped. I don't know if you heard that. Just make circles with the hips. Try not to move anything else. You can twerk if you want, if that feels good. Reverse directions. We're loosening up the hips, getting them ready for our practice. And then go ahead, stop, come back to that neutral spine, tuck your toes, sit your hips back, stretch those feet a little bit. And let's flip the wrists over so we can stretch them out. Keep breathing. Remember, breath is what's going to help us soften into these poses. And press back into child's pose. Knees are wide, toes are touching. Release down, heart and head to the floor. Take a nice deep inhale in. Exhale, sigh. Keep this deep breath moving, flowing freely. If you feel any tightness or tension, can you relax and soften those spaces that are tight and tense? Can you release them just about an inch or two? Use the breath. That's what helps you soften. This is an inversion, and it's called child's pose, right? Oftentimes you'll see little babies in this pose because it's soothing, it's comforting. It lowers the blood pressure. It nourishes you. And imagine that you've got a balloon in the whole lower half of your body. It encompasses your hips, your bum, your lower back, your sides, your belly, your pelvis, your womb space. Fill that whole balloon up with air as you breathe. Remember, we are infusing our body with oxygen. We're nourishing it, bringing so many nutrients and goodness to all parts of our body. Excellent. Let's come back up to tabletop, and we're gonna move into downward facing dog. You're welcome to do downward facing dog on a chair, right? Standing in front of the chair with your arms reaching out in front of you on the base of the chair. If you're with me here on the mat, come to that neutral, long stretch spine. Spread those fingertips out. Make sure they're facing the top of your mat. Press into the pads of your fingers, tuck your toes, and send your hips back. Remember, we're in an upside down V. Keep the knees soft here. It's more important to send the booty back than to put the heels on the floor. And let's just start by bending one knee at a time. Ooh, you can hear everything popping here. We're just stretching that back leg. We're in an inversion, which is so wonderful for our spine. Gives it a little break. Also stretching that life nerve up the back legs. You can always take a break, go to child's pose if that feels good for you. Maybe shake your booty cheeks a little bit. And see if you can find some stillness here. And really use the breath to help you relax as much as possible in this pose. Take a second, make sure your ears are away from your shoulders. Soften the face. And then inhale, look at the top of your hands, widen your feet, and let's walk up to the top of the mat. Make space for your belly and forward fold. Keep the knees soft. Hands can go to your blocks. Bend the knees. Move the belly around if you need to. Staying here. The intention of this pose is really just to drape the torso over the legs and let the spine decompress, right? We're creating space in between each vertebra, right? By doing the opposite of what it normally is. Normally we're standing up straight and there's lots of pressure compressing down on our spine. So now we're just doing the opposite of that, giving her a little much needed, well-deserved break. All right. Use your hands, walk up your legs nice and slow. Let your head be the last thing to come up. Ooh, well done. Okay, let's go to that mountain pose. Tadasana. Fully engaged, feet on the floor, tailbone tucked under, navel drawn in, chest is open and wide, shoulders are down, palms face front, and we engage the 3 locks. Root lock, engage those bathroom muscles, draw them in and up, Muladhara Bandha. And then we're gonna do the navel lock, draw that navel in, Uddiyana Bandha, and then we've got that throat lock. So tuck the chin slightly, elongate the back of the neck, fully engaged here. Focused, find your drishti, that gaze in front of you. Breathe. And as you're standing here, we're going to move into our half sun salute, our Surya Namaskar. And if you remember from the last class, the previous class, we connect the breath with the movement. So think about filling up the balloon with as much air as you can while you're moving and blowing all the air out as much as you can as we move, okay? The moves will also, the poses, the asanas are gonna help you do that. You'll notice, right? When you first do it, you inhale the arms up and we've got space in our belly here, right? And then when we fold forward and fold down, we're contracting and it really helps you blow all that air out, okay? Focus on the breath, all right? Here we go. So inhale the arms out and up to the ceiling and exhale, dive down. Bend those knees. Feet can be a little wider here. Now inhale, come up to half lift. Give me a flat, long spine. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Almost like you're in a little ball. Inhale the arms out and up. And exhale, bring your hands down to Tadasana. Take a breath here. We're gonna do that again. Focus on the breath. Focus on taking up some space. Here we go. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, dive down, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands down, Tadasana. Last time. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, dive down, bend those knees. Inhale, half lift. Stay here for a moment, keep breathing. Reach the crown of your head forward, reach the tailbone back. If you need to bend your knees a little bit, do so. Put your hands wherever is comfortable. Feel that stretch up the back leg. Whew, she's so good. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale the arms all the way up. Up, 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 and exhale, hands down, Tadasana. Beautiful. Okay, moving on. Find that nice, tall, strong mountain pose, Tadasana, fully engaged. Bring your hands to your hips, and let's inhale, step the right foot back. Step that right foot back to a nice high lunge. This is our Crescent Lunge or Warrior One. This is what I prefer. Make sure that front knee is right over the ankle, navel is drawn in, chest is wide, back foot is reaching. Feel the legs working. They're strong, they're steady, they're supporting you. Fill your whole torso up with air. How can you soften into this pose? How can you find ease in this pose? She takes hard work, but how can you find the ease of this pose? How can you find the focus? Now swoop those arms up to a V. Excellent. Bring your hands down to your hips, and we're going to open up to Warrior Two. So that back right heel is going to pivot onto the floor. Your back toes, your right toes are going to face the right. You're going to keep that front knee exactly where it is, bent, moving out. Turn your torso and your body to the side. You can adjust your feet if you need to. So basically, your right toes and your body are all facing the right. I don't know if I'm mirroring you or not. I don't think so. I think this would be mirroring you. I can't tell. Anyways, whichever foot is back is facing that side. So if it's your right foot back, it's facing the right. If it's the left foot back, it's facing the left. Turn everything to the side. That front knee is moving out and away. The toes are facing the top of the mat. And take your arms out to a nice second position, kind of like a tree. All right? We want to make sure the shoulders aren't up, but rather they're down, reaching those fingertips out. Yeah? Now when you're here, this front knee, we really have to move it out, because if it's collapsing forward, it's going to put stress on your joint. Make sure it's right over the ankle. Make sure your booty isn't out, but rather it's tucked under, right? Just like that. So staying here, Warrior Two. You can take a second, see if that front heel is perpendicular with the arc of the back foot, right? The heel should be right in the middle of where the arch of your back foot goes. Gaze is looking right at that middle finger. Breathe. So you've got your chest going one way, your arms going another, your gaze going another. Breathe. Excellent. Okay, we're going to shift forward into Warrior One again. This is hard, so keep your navel drawn in. Bring your hands to your hips. We're just going to pivot that back heel up off the mat. Face forward. Woo. Nicely done. Step up. Well done. Lovely. Okay, switching to the other side. You can stay where you're at. I'm just switching for purposes so you can see what you're doing. All right, stand up nice and tall, fully engaged up through the center. Breathing. And inhale, step the left foot back to a nice high lunge. Front knee right on top of that ankle, back leg is reaching, navel is drawn in. You should feel a nice stretch up the front hip here. Chest is open, shoulders are down. Breathe. Press into the feet with your floor. Press into the floor with your feet. There we go. So you feel supported here and strong. Inhale, swoop the arms up to a nice high V. Beautiful. All right, let's open up into Warrior Two. Bring your hands to your hips. Pivot that back foot onto the mat. Open the chest up to the side. Make sure that front knee is moving out and away. Make sure the front heel is perpendicular with the arch of your foot, so you might need to adjust a little bit. Bring your arms up to second. Lower the shoulders. Make sure your torso is straight up. If you need to move your feet in a little bit, do that. This is hard work, so let's make it doable for us. So, torso's facing the side, arms are open, gaze is toward the front middle finger. Make sure the shoulders aren't up, rather relaxed and down. Can you breathe and soften into this pose? This is Warrior Two. Strong, resilient warriors. Courage, pride, strength, resilience, strong. Breathe. Bring your hands to your hips. Pop that back heel up. Flip on over to Warrior One. Step on up. Nicely done, friends. Shake out the legs a little bit. Woo. All right, we're gonna move into a little goddess pose. So stand nice and wide, feet as wide as you can. It doesn't have to be too crazy, just wider than your hips. Have your heels in and your toes out. We're just going to stand up nice and tall, keep the navel drawn in, tuck the booty under. We're gonna bend our knees, okay? So we're coming sort of into like a sumo squat. Make sure your knees are moving out. We don't want them to fold in because then it's gonna put strain on your joints. Tailbone's going down, everything's drawn in and up, the chest is open, and we're gonna put our arms out in cactus for a little goddess. Soften your gaze, breathe. This is a lot of work, but you can do it. We're strengthening our legs, our core. Clarity. Breathe. And go ahead, rise on up, relax. Woo! Then turn the toes in, heels out, it's almost like you're pigeon-toed. Bring your hands to your hips, and let's inhale, hinge forward, come to a flat back. You can keep your knees bent a little bit. Breathe. Feel that stretch up the back leg. Oh, it feels so good. And then lower your hands down to the floor or down to your blocks or props. Have them underneath your shoulders. We're not quite folding forward yet. We're sort of doing a half lift here with a flat back. I want you to feel that stretch. And then just start to shift your weight forward to the balls of your feet and then back to your heels and forward and back. Feel how the stretch changes with the shift of your weight. Breathe, and then find the center of your feet. Make sure the weight is evenly distributed. Bend those knees and we're gonna fold forward. We are decompressing the spine here. The intention of this pose is to give your spine some space, right? Decompress it. So let the full weight of your head and your shoulders pull your spine down. Be careful, be safe, don't fall. Make sure that your feet are still grounded, your knees are bent and supporting you. If you'd like, you're welcome to grab your elbows, or you can keep your hands on your mat or on the blocks. Keep breathing. And then wherever you are, bring your hands back to the floor and gently lower yourself down into child's pose. Knees are wide, toes are touching. Sit the hips back. Release the heart and head to the floor. Fill up that big balloon with air we were talking about. That's all in the lower half of the body. Release, relax, soften. Use the breath to help you release and relax. Ease tension, ease tightness. And using your hands to come on up, let's go ahead and lay down on our backs. Keep your knees bent, feet on the mat. Take a moment here. Try and let the lower back sink into the floor. Let the shoulder blades relax and just completely weigh down into the earth. Palms are facing up. Breathe. And then draw the knees into the chest. You can always widen them to make room for the belly. Try and keep the shoulder blades on the floor. Maybe rock the knees from side to side. Just massaging the lower back a little bit. And let's go ahead and move into our Shavasana. Remember, this is corpse pose, so get nice and cozy, maybe pillows underneath your knees, blanket underneath your knees, bolster underneath your knees. Maybe you lay down on a couch or your bed. Have your palms face up, spread your legs out a little bit. And let's take a nice deep inhale in. Fill up the balloon and exhale, deflate the balloon. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Soften the face, the eyes, the cheeks, and the jaw. Keep breathing. Let the shoulders and arms be heavy, the lower back, the glute muscles, the thighs, the backs of the knees, the calves, ankles, and feet. Soften, release, let go, and know that you have done everything you needed to do at this moment. There's nothing left to do but to rest here in Shavasana until I have you come out of it. I'll let you know, don't worry. Just lay here. Let your thoughts move as they move, come and go as they please. Don't try to change them. Just take notice of them. If a particular thought comes along, notice it and then let it move on. Just let it go. Go on to the next one. Rest here. Let your body soak up all the beautiful work you just did. Shavasana. Starting to bring breath back, your attention back to your breath, deepening it, bringing movement back into your fingers and toes, circling the wrists and ankles. Slowly coming back to the here and now, perhaps stretching the arms overhead. And gently roll over to lay down on one side. Oh, excuse me. Lay down on one side. Draw your knees into your chest. Let your hands be your pillow for your head. And gently come up to a seated position. Find your Sukhasana, your easy pose, wherever that may be. Bring your hands to heart center in Prana Mudra. Thumbs connected to the sternum, lightly pressing into the palms. Notice your breath. Notice how you feel. Thank yourself for gifting this time and this space to devote to your self-love and support. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I'm so grateful you are here with me today. I hope to see you again soon. And please know that the light and love that reside within me honor and bow to the light and love that reside within you. Namaste. And there you go, loves. Class 2, all done. Feel free to revisit this class as many times as you need to, right? This is a wonderful class to come back to if, maybe it's been a month since you last practiced and you're like, oh, what do I do now? Just start again. Begin again. Press play on this video. It's a wonderful base practice to use to build strength and stamina, breath, all that beauty. Thanks so much. I'll see you soon.